Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Welcome to another Hump Day Handmade. I hope everyone's having a great day today. In these videos that we post on the last Wednesday of every month at 10 Eastern Standard Time, the projects that we create will be completely handmade without a cutting machine. Of course, you will need like a scoreboard or maybe some scissors, just depending on what the project is. This collaboration is hosted by myself and Paulette at Scrappy Tate. Also joining us is Lisa, Happy Crafter, Brittany at BB's Craft, and Chandra at Stockton Stuff. I will link all the ladies' channels down below, and I do have a playlist of everything that I've done so far, so this is an annual collaboration. In this month's video, I will be sharing the packaging that I created for Scrap the World's Loaded Pocket Cutesy Swap. We had to create sort of a pocket, so I wanted something that resembled a backpack, so I went with a throwback sort of loaded envelope, how you make the gusseted pocket there in the front. I did use some paint splatter paper that I created. I added some little straps in that little tab there at the top. So if you want to see how I created this, please keep watching. So to create this pocket, you will need 3 pieces that's 6.5 by 8, and that's just because I have a piece of heavyweight cardstock in the center for durability. This is 130-pound white cardstock, and it's Brutus Monroe Not Your Mama's ultra heavy base weight cardstock. I heard about that from Sabrina at the S Factor Studio. For the front pocket, this one measures 6.5 by 3.5. I have 2 pieces for the gusseted sides, and these are 2 by 3.5. I have a piece for the bottom. This is 6.5 by 2.5. And then I have a piece for the little handle at the top. This is 1 by 4, and 2 straps that measure 1 by 8. So the first thing that I did was I rounded the corners on the top because I did want it to look like a backpack. So I'm using this We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder. I just rounded the tops of these larger pieces. And then I will glue the pink piece to my white base using some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. So before gluing the paint splatter piece onto my base, I took the piece that measures 1 by 4 and I basically formed a little handle, and then I glued it onto the base for the backing. I will just use some wet glue. Just center it as best I can. And then I'll glue on the paint splatter piece. And as you can see, my writing is showing right there, so I'll probably just take some more acrylic paint and put on the handle to cover that up, but that's how it looks. The next thing is the pocket on the front. So you'll take the piece that measures 6.5 by 3.5, that's the front of the pocket, and the 2 pieces that measure 2 by 3.5, and also the piece that measures 6.5 by 2. So I'm going to do my scoring on the pieces that form the gussets on the sides and the bottom. This is the Martha Stewart scoreboard, and I use a Fiskars scoring tool, and I will score every 1/2 inch. And I'm on the 2-inch side. Then I will do the same to the other piece of the 2 by 3.5 on the 2-inch side. These will create the sides of my pocket. And then I have the piece that measures 6.5 by 2.5, and you want to score on the, actually this is 6.5 by 2, and you want to score on the 2-inch side at every 1/2 inch. That's all the scoring. If you want to go ahead and score the straps while you have your scoring board out, these will be the pieces that are 1 by 8, and on the 8-inch side you want to score at 1 and also at 7 on both pieces, just to give you a little tab to connect the straps to the back of the little backpack. You don't have to do this. You can fold this with your hands if you wanted to. If you can see, I've already kind of folded this one. And then that's all the scoring. I will do a mountain valley on both of these, starting with the 2 by 3.5 piece. I'll do the up, down, mountain valley, whatever you want to call it. Okay. One thing I did determine what side was going to be the top for my front pocket, and I did use my corner rounder on that as well. And then once I put the side pieces on, I actually used my scissors to make sure the top wasn't sticking out on those side pieces, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. I will use double-sided tape on my little side pieces. So I'll put double-sided tape on all of the ends. Go ahead and put some on my straps too. Okay, so after I get all my tape on, I will put the side pieces on first, meeting it up with the score line, and then I'll put the bottom piece on. Okay, after you get all your pieces on, it'll look something like that, just like a loaded envelope. And then we will take these pieces, put them together like so. I will meet the corners right here, and I did use my tiny attacher to make sure it stayed closed, because I was using the liquid adhesive just to hold it on there, so I could just go ahead and put it together, so I didn't have to wait on the glue to dry. So I'm going to do that again. And you don't have to do this. I'm sure the tape will hold it, but you put it together like that and then put it on the pocket. But I'm going to use my tiny attacher on the corners. And then I'll add some additional glue and put it on the front of my pocket. I have these little clips here from the Dollar Tree that I'll use to kind of hold it on there. Get 2 more. Put them on each side. That'll kind of hold it on there so I'll know that it's on there evenly. These are just chip clips, like I said, from the Dollar Tree. So then I will put the straps on the back. So these are the 1x8, and I scored at 1 on each side. I did use some double-sided tape on each side, and I will also use some additional liquid adhesive. So I'll just take the backing off of this tape. And then all I did was on the back, I just formed like a triangle right there under where the handle is with those two pieces. Kind of bent these under to give you like a little bit of a, what I'm trying to say, bend in your strap. Do the same thing to this side. So straighten that up some. Oops. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Just use my bone folder. This glue does dry clear, so I'm not really worried about the mess that I'm making right now. And that's all I have to share for this video. This is basically what the bag ends up looking like, the pocket backpack. It measures 6.5 by 8, and I will link all the items that I use that I can link down below, as well as all the measurements will be down below. Be sure to check out all the other ladies in the collaboration to see what they created, and be sure to also join us next month for Hump Day Handmade on the last Wednesday of the month at 10 Eastern Standard Time. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and have a great day. Bye.